Alright, so this video is, it's not really for the public, right? But I'm making it for RunCam. They asked me to make them a video. I've kind of burned out a bunch of cameras, and they asked me for a video about the hookup. So, this is the quad, right? I've taken off the top plate. It's a Martian 2 220 millimeter frame, right? Running DYS, right? Race Edition SE 2205s, 2300 kV motors. KISS everything else. KISS ESCs. These are 24 amp ESCs. I'm running a satellite. I kind of stiffen the antennas so they don't flop around a little bit. The goggles I'm going to use in this video are E-Chain EV800s, I think that's what they're called. Pretty great goggle. I enjoy them. The batteries are they're Turnigy 1.3s, and you know, they're the graphene batteries. I've had really great luck with them. They work really well. This is the RunCam Eagle, right? I'm a big fan of this camera. When it works, it's super awesome. It's got a really great image. So far, out of all the cameras I've used, I like this one the best. I've run Swift, RunCams, and a bunch of other things. They're all pretty good. The VTX is it's a new VTX. This VTX specifically is brand new. I haven't actually run it before. I kind of replaced it with another E-Chain VTX. There was another E-Chain VTX that I had that was it worked really well, but for RunCam specifically, I went out and bought a brand new VTX. It's never been in the air before, so and I wired it all up. This is, like I said, this is the RunCam Eagle. I flew it once and no crashes on it. I unplugged it, plugged it into a new battery, and went to fly another pack one day, and it just stopped working. So anyhow, this has happened to me a couple of times, but this particular one, it wasn't like I had modified the quad at all prior to it just stopping, you know, not working anymore. So they wanted me to plug it in and show them how it's hooked up. This is the RunCam connector that came with the RunCam, right? You've got power. The power comes from the power distribution board, right? Comes in, hits this. Hits a BEC, right? Or an LC filter, I'm sorry. Hits the LC filter, right? You got power to the RunCam itself, plus and minus. And then you've got video out going back to the VTX for broadcast. These two wires are, I disconnected them just for this. These two wires would be the audio out and ground, so, or into the VTX and ground. I'm running Ohmway antennas. I love them. Think they're just awesome. And we'll go from here. I'm using my GoPro that I normally fly on the quad. It's a session, I guess it's session 4. The thing's awesome. I got 0 complaints. I put the thing in the dirt a bunch of times and no problems. So so what I'm going to do is I'm going to plug this in and see what it does, right? So let's take this battery right here. I'm going to grab a voltmeter, right? So we have a voltmeter. I cut this thing. This is a standard little crappy voltmeter, right? Put this thing in. So this particular one, it's testing out at 15.62, which is on the low end of a charge. It's probably midway through the charge. It's got a little life left in it still. I could put a fresh one on though. Let me look for a fresh one. Let's try this bad boy. Alright, so here's a fully charged battery, 16.4 volts. You know, we're good there, right? We're going to take this thing, we're going to cut on the goggles, right? We're good here. We're running channel B, or frequency B, channel 8, I believe, right? So the VTX is running frequency B, channel 8, right, which is 5866, and the goggles, like I said, I hope this comes in, they're on channel B, or frequency B, channel 8, right? Which if you look up the eChain EV800 goggles, they're, you know, those two match up, right? So first thing, we're going to plug this in, okay? Well, you know what? Maybe I'll test it, right? So we can plug this in, quad fires up. We can test out the voltage, right? These two. Come on, old bastard. Okay, so again, we're going to test out the battery voltage of these two. By the way, the GoPro died while I was in the middle of videotaping. When I started the video, it was at like quarter, so that's not very accurate. Alright, so we're testing the out from the power distribution board, right? And it's sitting at 16.3435. Okay, we're gonna plug it in, and I don't know if there's a way I can test what's coming out. Well, I could probably test the leads going into the camera. Looks like they're open enough for me to try to test, so I'll try that. Alright, so we're gonna plug this in. Notice the screen of this, right? It's all fuzz, no worries. 1 second, I'll plug this in. Okay. And there you go. So we've got signal coming through from the VTX to the EV, right? To the eChain goggles, and no image, right? No image, right? Nothing. Okay. You know, if we look at the power going into the camera, 1 second, I'll get on that and see what we got. Okay, so here we have everything connected, right? I've got the LC filter in there. We're getting, come on thing. Oh, shit. So, okay. I kept slipping off the leads. We're getting 16.21 volts, and that's coming out of the camera itself. Quad's still good. Everything's functional. I'm trying to think where my transmitter is. Give me 1 second, I'll get the transmitter. Alright, so here's showing the quad, right? It does run. Unplugged all the other stuff just for kicks. There's the outputs, right? I got it on level. Here's acro, right? It's armed, motor spinning, disarmed, armed, motor spinning. So all that works.